Are you a fan or a fanatic? And how does that relate to personal development? Stay tuned. Hello again, everyone. I'm Eli's dad with Project Eli, where we educate, we lead, and we inspire. And recently I became aware, because I'm always focused on personal development, about people know the success formula, yet they don't make it happen for themselves unless they're super motivated. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. We right now are in the season of NFL playoffs, the finals, all right, where you're looking to crown a Super Bowl champion. And the weather this time of year does not necessarily lend itself to comfort sitting at the stadium. There was a game recently where the temperature was 7 degrees and the wind chill factor made it feel like below zero. Now, this was in a city that has not had a champion for years and years and years and years, and the people are super excited, they're super loyal to their team, yet come game time, there were tickets available for $30 or $40 as opposed to what they normally sell for, which is $150. And I'm not talking about the primo seats, I'm talking about, the little seats. The cost of parking at this location was $40. So you were paying as much for parking as you were for the actual tickets, because people that had season's tickets didn't want to go because it was going to be so cold and so uncomfortable. That's the difference between, one of the differences between being a fan and a fanatic. The word fan supposedly comes from the word fanatic, but in today's times, a lot of words that used to mean one thing take on a different meaning. One that comes to mind right away is when I was a young puppy, the word gay meant happy. Today it has a completely different meaning at first blush, doesn't it? Okay, they're talking about sexual orientation, all right, which isn't to say good or bad. What I'm saying is words, their meanings change over time. And my point is, let's take a look at the fans versus the fanatics. Now, the fanatics realize they're going to a game that's going to feel like they're sitting in below zero temperatures for a period of 3 or 4 hours. Now, the stadium itself did not have any warming areas for the typical fan. So the concept is, if I'm going to go to this game, I want to make sure that I'm as comfortable as I possibly can be. So what do? Once again, a fan versus a fanatic. The fan isn't even going to the game, they're going to watch it on TV. The fanatic has to be there in person. So being there in person, I need to make sure that I'm going to be warm. And when you do that, the first thing you say is, okay, you start at the bottom and you work your way up. You say to yourself, okay, I'm going to need some really, really warm socks to help me get through this. And I'm going to need shoes that are insulated, that are going to keep my feet warm. I need the long underwear. I need the heavy trousers. I need to wear layers. I need to have jackets. I was listening to somebody on TV talking about going to the game, and they said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go outside, I'm going to put on all these different clothes, and I'm going to see where I feel cold. And when I do that, then I'll know that I have to make an adjustment and change what I'm wearing. One of the things that's most important, and I know this from years ago when I used to live in the Boston area, I went to a New England Patriots game when it was bitterly cold once, and sitting on those benches, the thing that got the coldest was your butt. So you have to think about wearing something that's going to keep your backside warm. Of course, you have to have your gloves, you have to have all of the different things that are going to be there that are going to keep you warm. This is a success formula. The first thing you do as a fanatic is you visualize yourself at the game. I'm at the game. I'm watching my team win. I'm comfortable. If I'm going to be comfortable, what are the things I have to do? I need to go to all of the little details, starting with the socks. And this guy that went out and practiced sitting in cold said, you know what? I had my head covered. I, had the, that thing that you put on your face. The thing that was exposed was my eyes. So I went out and I got myself some of those little goggles that people wear when they go swimming. Do you follow what I'm saying here? The success formula, the difference between being a fan is you say, all right, I don't want it badly enough. I'm not going to go to the game. But the Fanatic says, I'm going to that game. These are the things I need to do to achieve the goal that I want to achieve. Isn't that the way you accomplish anything in your life? Being a fan is good. I mean, I'm a fan. I root for the Patriots, the Celtics, the Red Sox, all the Boston teams. But I don't go to the games. I'm old. It's not comfortable. I just sit there and watch it. I'm a fan. The Fanatic will figure out a way to get into the game, will figure out a way to be comfortable with the game. These are the things that I'm talking about. And you have trial and error. If that doesn't work, okay, what do I have to do to make it better? That's the success formula. So thousands of people that went to this football game went through the procedure that makes somebody a success. They use the formula, but they're using it only for a football game. Think about using it in your life. Does that make sense? Simple. We know the rules. We know what it takes to get it done. You start with a vision. You go step by step by step by step, the little things. You try them out. If it doesn't work, you try something else. That is the formula. Until we get together next time, always remember, don't ration the passion, fashion the passion. I'm Eli's dad.